Matt, let's go back to Tuesday night. Did everybody come through it unscathed? Now you've got everybody back in the building.
Yeah, they did. Everyone came through okay. Physically, obviously, we put a hell of a lot into the game. It was a strange one for that tournament, I suppose, because you don't tend to get games like that so early on in that tournament. So it was a really enjoyable evening. Everyone came through it okay, which is always the most important thing. And 90 odd minutes into a lot of the guys' belts, so we got minutes into the ones that we needed to. So yeah, really pleasing evening.
Somebody who got 90 minutes in that was Evan. How pleased have you been with him settling in? Now the season's well underway.
Yeah, really, Evo's great. He's a top lad. Some little things like in the dressing room before the previous home game, he was against Cheltenham. Just a proper team player, both at half time, before the game, after the game. Little bits of advice to his teammates when he wasn't the one that was in the squad. Little things like that are amazing when you're not playing. Shows that selflessness that we need and that we want from our players. Clearly I knew that Evo was going to play on Tuesday, so we wanted him to be ready for that. He's a fit lad, but most importantly, he's a top lad, a real top person. So amongst all the other little stories on Tuesday night, to see him get another 90 minutes against good opposition, loads of different challenges for him, was really pleasing.
Something that Charlie Lakin said after the game was that whilst you were trying to do your post-match talk, you had to take a moment because of the fans there. We mentioned them on Tuesday, we mentioned them all the way through the season, but to have that moment to hear the fans after the game whilst you're trying to give your debrief was something extra special as well.
Yeah, where we're positioned in the stadium there, I think Sam's song that we put on straight afterwards was being sung and shouted, and then other Walsall songs were being sung, and it was amazing for us to hear that echoing around because we don't get that in terms of our home ground. I think we can't hear that within the confines of the dressing room, and most away grounds you don't hear that within the confines. So it was great to hear that echoing around our room when I'm trying to do our team talk or debrief at the end of it. That was class. And again, we've spoken before about that connection between supporters and everybody. Like to see 1,000 of them. I said back to the start with that, I said that it was a different game within that competition that we're probably used to, and to see that many of them in the first game of that league was top, and then to share that, even unbeknownst to them, they didn't know that, but to share that moment with the supporters and that connection between players and all of that was pretty special.
Going into this weekend's game with another, I think it's about 600 that are going to be travelling to MK, maybe even more on the day. They can also continue to play their part, can't they?
They do. They're unbelievable. I never take it for granted, and that cost and the travel and the commitment and kind of whatever supporters when they go with us up and down the countries. Firstly, it's never taken for granted, and secondly, so appreciated, because there'll be so many times this year where they'll drag us through, even away from home. I've spoken about the home stuff with, I think, teams doing differently with us at home, and because of them, that's the case. Away from home, exactly the same. And we want to give them as many memories and moments to take on those journeys up and down as possible. So, thank you from us as a squad. It certainly doesn't go lost on us, and we're desperate to give you more happy days.
You mentioned MK, that's who we've got this weekend. What are you expecting from them?
MK are a good team, a very good team. We got the chance to watch them on the box. Everyone did on Monday. So that's good, and I can see what a fantastic team they are. Mike's a great manager, and he, as we all saw last season, has put together and will put together a team very, very strong and capable of winning games. So we've got to be on our mettle. We've got to be really diligent in our work, and we've got to work extremely hard to get what we want to get, because we know what a good team we are. So we have to be rested, recovered, and ready to go again.
They've obviously not necessarily had the start that they would have liked to the season, but in terms of our own starts, have you been pleased with the August month that you had, that you saw from your side?
Yeah, well, to first part of your question, maybe not, but they're a very good team. So certainly under no illusions what a good team that they are. For us, pleased with our start. we've had some good moments already this season. Again, talk about sharing with the fans and all that togetherness and everything, which is massive. And we have some great moments so far. We want more. We want to just keep being relentless in our mindset every single day, every single game, because we want more and we just want to keep going. So great August, really pleased. On to the next ones now.